Good morning, everyone. I feel really good today. You know, minus my glorious beard. I'm doing pretty good today. I know that the title of this video, I already know what the title is going to be, but before I get into that, I'm just going to ramble a little bit, like I do, get my thoughts together. I might pause the video and just take a minute to catch my breath and stuff, because what I want to talk about today is a little bit more important. I've had 15 days to basically not just talk about myself, but pretty much just talk to myself. Like all those videos, I was like uncovering some stuff, but I was really working through some things from myself. It's like my opposite of therapy. Instead of paying a ton of money to speak to one person, I'm doing it for free and I'm talking to a whole bunch of people, and I'm really just listening to myself talk. I've been going back and watching some of them. One thing that I'm not doing anymore is preempting everything or making not excuses, but basically this, some people might not like this or not want to hear this. I don't care anymore. I didn't really care back then, but I don't know why I was doing that. The only self-censoring I'm doing here is keeping myself from swearing, because how am I supposed to, how does that look, being the disciplined guy when I can't even control my mouth, even though it's definitely the most unruly member. But yeah, the rest of it, it's gonna be like actually walking through the woods with me. I'm not gonna, because I believe some crazy stuff, and you're all gonna have to listen to it. Well, you don't have to listen. It's like, you're on YouTube, go anywhere else, it's fine. I'm not about being a big YouTuber or anything, or having a bunch of followers. I'm just here for anybody who wants to listen, anybody who needs that extra lift up, push forward kind of thing. Because a lot of guys that I listen to, a lot of the fitness motivation guys, they're right. They're absolutely right with this. But a lot of people aren't there right away. The whole, you gotta want it. It's you. You're the only thing stopping you. All that stuff, like, that's all absolutely 100% true. But some people need that little push there. It took me 4 years to get there. Like I said, like I've been wanting to do some of these things that I'm working on. I wanted to do since I was like 5, earliest memories. And I think everybody, at least, I guess I shouldn't say everybody, but most men, you always dream of being like, super fit, super athletic, super guy. I can't think of any word than super. It's too early. Like, I may be more awake and happy today, but I didn't have a coffee or anything, so. Anyway, this is the rambling part. I think for the part where I'm going to talk about you, I'm going to sit down, catch my breath, have a serious moment. For now, I'm just doing this thing. Yeah, so it took me 4 years to get there, get to the point where I realized, like, hey, no one's going to help me but me. A lot of people need that. And that's what I'm trying to do with this. Give you guys the baby steps. I know a lot of you know what needs to be done, but you just need that little push forward. So yeah, today when I talk about you, I think all week, each day I'm going to tackle or address a little baby step you could start with, something easy. And you're going to get it, I said it before, but consistency, that's the thing. Consistency and discipline, not discipline. Well, discipline's important, but it's going to be consistency and balance. There's a lot of things that we're crazy unbalanced with. And I'm going to address a lot of that too with those baby steps. But yeah, for now, I'm going to take a little break, collect my thoughts. I'm going to walk all the way to the end here, sit down, catch my breath, and then we'll talk about you. Wrong. Well, we are going to do all that. But first, I want to just address, like I said, this week, I'm going to tackle all these things. After this week, because like I said, there's no end date here. I've been doing this for a while. Eventually, because it's off grid. This is supposed to this originally was to document me getting my family and myself off grid, and then eventually growing into helping other people do it. There's a lot of people that want to do it. They just don't know where to start. There's a lot of things you need to learn with this. So as I learn it, I want to document it, and maybe it can help some people learn stuff too. So I'm going to be tackling things like homeschooling. That's a big thing. Like, this isn't all just about fitness. This is about mental and spiritual well-being too. But yeah. And anytime, another thing I'm going to say before taking my break is, anytime I don't elaborate on something or I leave you with questions, ask those questions. I want after homeschooling, I'm going to talk about community, and maybe we could start something like that here. Ask me questions, because I have these thoughts that I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then I say it out loud, and everyone else around me is like, that makes no sense. So ask some questions. I'm also thinking of some fun things I can do, like milestones, like day 25 or 50. I don't know. Write in the comments what you think a good milestone is. I'll do things like show you what's inside my rucksack. Maybe talk about things that I could put in there to increase weight. Eventually I'm going to need a bigger pack. This is almost bursting at the zippers. It's not even technically a rucksack, but it can hold a lot of gear. But yeah, like day 25, day 50, whatever you guys think. Then maybe day 100. I'm going to do some things like that. Because key thing is a new key thing that I'm going to start talking about. I'll just repeat over and over is community. It's something we're losing. Well, we've lost. And it's getting so bad now that I don't even know how we're going to repair this. Anyway, break time. All right, I'm back. I got my phone set up in a tree. I am now officially one of those people. I set up my phone in a tree so I can talk to the internet. Okay, so let's talk about you. Because, first of all, I love you. In the least creepy way possible you could take that. That was weird. But I said it, whatever. It's true. Oh man, again. I had all these things in my head, and now the camera's on, the light's in my face, and it just... But now I'm just going to quickly list off all the things I want to address. Maybe today I'm going to focus on like you figuring you out. I know I touched on that a little bit, but we're going to deep dive into that today. So many things. All gone. But yeah, like I'll hop back into that awkward moment where I was like, it's true. Like there's a little bit of selfishness in this. Like I want you, okay, I'll go right to here. So I want you to wake up every morning and strive to be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. Honest to God truth, like, yeah, I care about you. I care about people. The selfishness part is I want you to be able to take care of yourself or feel comfortable enough to come to like me, a neighbor, a community, and have them help you instead of going to the government. Because first of all, let's not kid ourselves. Their care is ridiculously just garbage, and it's getting worse, and it's failing, and it's going to go away eventually. I'm going to be a little bit political on these things, but not in the way you think. I do not care about left, right politics. I don't care about woke, not woke. Like, I don't have time for that, and neither do you. It's a waste of time. Like, I don't care if the guys with the red background are telling me how to live my life, or the guys with the blue background are telling me I don't want any of it. And I'm really self-aware of how hard it is to not swear. When you're consciously thinking don't swear, you really pay attention to how much you want to, especially when talking about the government. But yeah, I'm going to cover, like, it's not, like, so we'll talk about, I'm just going to go right into it. Screw it. Each day I'll address each topic that I want to talk about. Today, it's about you. We talked enough about me. Let's learn about you. first thing, let's get a pen and paper. And another thing is, if you're watching this at 1 a.m. and you're thinking, oh, it's late, I'll just do this tomorrow, do it now. That's a big thing. I'll just do it later, I'll do it tomorrow. Like, we're talking baby steps here. Just get that mindset out of your head, work on that. As soon as you recognize it, like, oh yeah, I gotta work on that. So let's start writing down some goals, dreams, things you've always wanted to do, even if you think they're silly. You want to do them, let's go for it. Let's go after it. Things you like about yourself, things you don't like about yourself. Start writing down little ways you think you can change that. Because man, this is so much easier when I'm talking to my phone in my head. All this stuff works, by the way. Like, it really comes down to you. Like I said, 4 years ago, I wasn't there. I'm here now. I'm working on it. And we're going to go through it together. Like, I'm not some expert on, like, all the things I'm going to be covering, like the off-grid stuff. It's mostly, I'm self-taught on a lot of things, and I'm going to be working through and learning as I go. And I'm hoping, like, maybe some people that are interested, they'll learn as I go too. Like, they'll get something. So yeah, after you start writing all those things down, this is just step one. This is just, you start thinking about little steps that you can change. Start, like, I find for me personally, focusing on the physical first is been the biggest thing for me. It's like simple things like making sure you drink enough water. Write that down. Like, if you have to put it on a board and look in the morning, and like, I know that sounds crazy, but that's where we are. Like, you have to look at your board in the morning and be like, I didn't get my daily recommended amount of water. It helps. Sleep, definitely. I know that one's harder for a lot of people, especially, like, it's hard for me. I tried so hard to go to bed early last night because I knew I was going to be getting up at 5 for this. But it makes a huge difference. And something to keep remembering. Write this down on a board, put it somewhere where you can keep seeing it. Just because you failed one day, like, it's not going to be victory after victory after victory. You're going to get your ass kicked. It's going to be tough. There's going to be days where you just don't feel like doing anything. And the most important thing I could say to you is, like, yeah, maybe don't do the everything to the full. Like, yeah, let's just do a little bit of it. It's just keep doing it. Don't stop doing it. Even if you get it, like, okay, for an example, when I had this stomach flu, like, I was literally convinced that if I threw up one more time, I was going to need to go to the hospital because I had no liquid in me. I couldn't stand up, stars, dizziness, all that stuff. And the second I was able to keep stuff down, I filled up with electrolytes and I went on a ruck march. Maybe that's not the smartest thing for everybody to do, but not stopping is the important thing. Like, I'm not saying do everything exactly the way I do it. We're all different. We all have things that work for us that won't work for others. I talk about this all the time with friends and stuff. Like, a diet that would work for me could kill somebody else, and vice versa. Another, like, one thing you got to get out of your head is all this dumb BS on the internet. Another, like, I know it sounds funny but anyway, all this stuff that's written up and designed for a way that's supposed to be a one-size-fits-all thing, because that's not real. That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. We're all different. We all have different things going on. We're different physically, mentally, spiritually. There's some things that some people can handle, others that others can't. So do it at your own pace. Just keep doing it. So yeah, I don't know if I've given you enough time to start writing some things down, like goals you want to achieve for yourself, maybe business ideas. I want you to go after all of it. Like, I'm going after everything. Like I said, even if they seem silly. I know I'll talk about this one because maybe something that needs to change with me is the way I talk, but like talking more positive. But there's one that I'm going after. It probably won't come to anything, But if my other businesses ideas and everything I'm planning right now works out and I've got the time and the money, I am building or buying a building and turning it into like an late 80s, early 90s style arcade. I don't care if it doesn't make money. I want that. I miss that. I know I was talking to a friend about it. Like, I know that there's laws and stuff, but I'll find a way around it. I'm going to get people who smoke to smoke inside of it before it opens. So it has that authentic 80s, 90s cigarette smell on the carpet. Cause I want to walk in there and be like, oh yeah, I just time traveled 30 years. So yeah, no matter how silly you think it is, write them all down and start separating them into the ones you can achieve right away, like the easiest to the hardest, the most realistic, the least realistic, and just start making simple things. And like I said, for me, working on the physical is reaching over into, I just slapped my mic. Sorry about that, everyone. Starting with the physical is starting to pour over into everything else. Getting myself squared away, and especially with energy levels, like a lot of things I want to do require a lot of energy, physical and emotional, and just like talking to people exhausts me. So I'm working on that too. Yeah, if you got your list, go through your things, start writing down ideas and plans you have to achieve them. Probably got to get moving soon. I hear dogs coming. Like, I may be comfortable enough to talk to a tree right now, but I really don't want to see someone to see me doing it. It all just sounds weird, but this is how it works in my brain. Like I said, I'm figuring it out. But yeah, this is step one. And just keep focusing on consistency. Write these things down, put them up somewhere where you can see them, put them on sticky notes everywhere. Put a sticky note in your fridge. Hey, drink water today. Hey, have an apple. Do a push-up if that's all you can do. Just stick to it. Keep sticking to it. And I might just I want to start talking about nature because I was out here, everything going around me. Maybe that will be step 2, but getting your, like, one good way other than physical activity and stuff to get your head in a better space is spend some time in nature. If you live in a city, like, there's walking trails and stuff. There's gardens, the indoor gardens they have. Like, I know it's not the full experience, but it's better than just all these buildings and cars. It feels really good to get out here and hear all these sounds. If you're a nervous person like me, though, it can, like, every tree twig snap or every weird animal sound, I'm turning over. Usually I'm out here with a gun, but I'm in not a hunting area right now, but that's another video. Like, we got homeschooling topics I want to talk about, hunting, gardening. Gardening is something I'm trying so hard to learn, and it's difficult. I killed everything I tried to grow last spring. Hopefully this spring things turn out different because I'm going to document it, so it'll be more like it's going to hurt more if I'm putting it all on camera and everything dies. But yeah, as I learn, if people that don't know these things, I want you to learn with me. Community is another thing I'm going to tackle big time. I think I already said that. I better go. I'm starting to repeat myself. I want to get moving again. I'm like, my legs feel like, you're not, like, let's go. That's one great thing that's changed. It's been 15 days. And I still don't like waking up. Like, waking up at 5 a.m. sucks. I'm a night person. I worked security for years. I've always had a easier time staying up all night and sleeping all day than the reverse. I'm just one of those, like, night guard people. But a lot of this is just doing things that you don't want to do that you know you need to do or know that's good for you. But yeah, I'm saying that because, yeah, waking up sucks, but getting out here on the trail feels great. Like, when I started the video, I was like, I feel great. Feel great now. I'm going to keep walking. Like, yeah, sure, my shoulders hurt, my legs hurt, muscles are sore, but, like, the only way I can describe it sounds cheesy, but my soul feels good. And for those of you who know me or have heard me talk about how low I was very recently, it feels good. Like I again, we're talking about you guys, but I'm probably going to mention and talk about how low I've fallen before I got to this point, because I want you to know that I can empathize with some of you. Because there's people that pop into my mind when I do these videos or when I'm praying about the right words to say, and I keep seeing people's faces. I don't know their full story. I just know that I some of them I haven't talked to in years, but I feel like when I say like, hey, I've been pretty low, and certain specific things, they keep popping in my mind. And yeah, I'm gonna end it here. This is a good this is a good one. I'm certain they're gonna talk about you guys this week. So have a good day, everyone.